guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. In this video we're gonna talk about our girl Kimmy Cakes and her sister Kourtney Kardashian Barker. I believe that Kim is going out on a ledge to prove that, you know what, there's actually nothing that serious between Kourtney and I, as you guys believe. As a matter of fact, we're currently filming on set. We're buddy buddies and all is good, right? So basically, Kourtney shared a photo of their recording gear. That's the one that they put on them. The microphone is attached to it. They use that when they're filming, right? Now, Kim Kardashian also shared this photo on her Instagram story. So you can see one says Kim, one says Court, which is given the sense that they are currently filming for their reality TV series, or it could be on another project. But I believe that, the moment that Kourtney shared this on her Instagram story, it could be the sense that Kourtney's saying, you know what? I'm going to be the bigger sister because that's who I am. I'm going to be the bigger person because I can't deal with your toxic nonsense. And Kourtney has always displayed intelligence over her other siblings as well as her mom as well. Now, I have to say that sometimes Kourtney can be a arrogant, stubborn, mischievous little girl. I honestly have to say that. But what we always notice is that when it comes to, the more serious side of business, and whenever there's any sibling rivalry, family dispute, Kourtney is always the one coming out to, and to offer that olive branch, right? And she ensures that she give you enough time to adjust and to admit to your wrong. So I believe that Kim is happy in this moment, saying, woo woo, you know what? Things are good between my sister and I. It's not as what you guys think. We're all good. We're working together and all of that jazz. But the reality is, how long is this going to last? Because Kim, what I've been observing with Kim is that Kim is this, woman who's male energy is very dominant. And I'm not talking about her being gay, straight, or taken, right? You know that we all have both energies, male, female. Man has it, woman have it. So I believe that Kim has tapped into her most dominant energy, which is her male energy. And this is the reason why she's often pretending as though she doesn't cry. She's never depressed. But then, listen, I don't know if Kim listens to herself, or I don't know if you guys are listening, but let me tell you something. You see, when someone opens their mouth, I listen. And that shit stays with me forever because with Kim, what I can clearly remember, and I know that the entire internet can attest to this. Kim will say that she has never been depressed, right? She doesn't do depression. But then at another point, when it's convenient to her, she will say, oh my God, I was so hurt. I was so, and then in that moment, she'll say she's depressed and she cries herself to sleep for the entire month, the entire week, and all that jazz, right? But then if you're not carefully listening to what Kim is saying, you would, buy into her fake, personality, this facade that she puts on, that, she always paints as always having things, intact. She never stresses about anything. And that is why Kim is so messed up, because the reality is, if you don't know how to be honest with yourself, you will not know how to be honest with the people around you. And those are the things that often causes feud between Kim and her sisters. I don't know if you guys are observing things that deeply. Now, we may not see, 24 hours of every day into their life, but I can tell you that for the portion that we've seen, and that's the portion I'm talking about, because this came out of Kim's mouth, right? The mere fact that she has been displaying, dual behavior, because this is a dual behavior. And you can tell that her male energy is dominant because men, what about men? They always pretend as though they're not hurting, even though if they're hurting, they could be dying inside, right? But they always want to be this tough guy. And because they hurt in silence, they lash out at other people, they pick on other people in order to feel good about themselves, right? So with Kim, this is what Kim is doing. While she's not necessarily lashing out, Kim is more diplomatic about how she goes about it. What she does is to prey on her sister's emotion and their weakness. So currently with Chloe, she's preying on Chloe's weakness in order to get to Kourtney. So far, it has worked. And this is why psychologist is letting you know that Kim and either sisters will never ever get along, because Kim is always playing some kind of mind games. She preys on Chloe's emotion because at this point, Chloe is vulnerable. Chloe is trying to get over Tristan. Kim is like, no, he's not that bad. He just, embarrassed you and dogged the shit out of you in front of the entire world. But besides that, he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing father. But at the same time, Kim had an amazing guy, didn't she? Kim had an amazing father for her kids, didn't she? And was Kim willing to work things out with that amazing guy that she had? Heck no. But what does Kim want her sister to do? She wants Chloe to work things out with that amazing guy, right? So Kim always believes that she needs to be above her sisters. And even if it means that she is going to hide her true feelings and, prey on her sister's emotion, whether it may be through insult or putting on this facade as, you know what, I'm tough. This would not bother me a bit. But guess what? Because you're so soft and because you're so emotional and because you're so broken, I'm going to be there for you and I'm going to ride out the storm with you. And that's what she's doing with Chloe. With Kourtney, she's trying to use reverse psychology. If this family fails, this is what she's telling Kourtney now. If this family fails, you're the reason why it fails, because people keep talking about us and you telling the world that I used your wedding for a business opportunity, and you're the one who's telling people that, this is who I am to the core. So if Ish goes left, it's on you, Kourtney. It's not our fault. I've been working my ass off. You're the one who is refusing to work. You're the one who is refusing to be a part of this family. And this is what Kim is currently using against Kourtney. And it is working for now. But there's one thing about Kourtney, and this is why Kim can never win Kourtney. Kourtney is diplomatic. She's very resilient, because while Kim thinks that she's having a way, and to Kim, it may seem as though she's having her way, Kourtney is going to come back full circle and realize that Kim will never change. She is going to always seek to manipulate. She's going to always manipulate people, and she is always going to put on this facade as though she's okay and everyone else around her is broken. And because they are so broken, they cannot, reach their full potential. And she's going to say, look at me. You couldn't go through this. I have a sex tape. Oh, even though Kim released her sex tape, she's going to be delusional about it. And for now, it may seem as though Kim is having her way, but it's all going to backfire on her. Listen, you guys are not ready for the storm that is about to take place with Kim and her sisters. And I'm not praying for it. It's just that Kim has laid the foundation for it. Because now, whatever mind games they're using on Kourtney, it is working. Kourtney's working with her family again. I know that I can't be the only one who has been seeing and hearing from Kourtney consistently all through the years that she wants to distance herself from her family. And she keeps giving them that chance, because at the end of the day, the reality is Kourtney does believe in family. She does love her sisters and her mom, and she wants them to be one big happy family. But the difference between Kourtney and Chris and Kim is that Kourtney is not willing to do so at any cost. For Kim and Chris, it's by any means necessary. If we have to rip someone off, If we have to steal a business, if we, no matter what, we have to do. That is Kim and Chris's energy. And Kourtney's like, no, I want to work for my money fair and square. And I don't just want to be money greedy, money hungry. I want to build memories, you know? So with Kourtney, Kourtney is going to always find center because Kourtney is spiritually in tune. Kim is not. And this is why Kim is a hot mess. She doesn't know who she is. She can't be real with herself. And because of that, she just keeps putting her foot in her mouth. Every time Kim opens her mouth, she keeps putting her foot in it and not even realizing. Because guess what? If you all have been listening, you know that 2 weeks ago, Kim said that she has never been stressed, never been depressed, and she cried. And then at the same time, she's telling us she's crying herself to sleep. You have to be sad, right? And when someone is sad, that is some form of depression. It could be mild, moderate, you know, maybe not to the point of chronic or severe, but she has definitely experienced it at some point in time. So right there and then, you can identify that this woman, she never speaks the truth about anything, and she will make it seem as though, you know, she's seeing eye to eye with Kourtney, and she might have apologized to her sister, but she is still up to no good. And as time passes, Kourtney is going to realize that there's no fixing Kim, because guess what? Kim is not broken. Kim is not broken. Kim has chose consciously to take on these personalities. She believes that these traits suits her well. These are the traits that have been getting her where she wants to, because all this time in Kim's head, she has been winning. Kim doesn't realize that she's only rising for a fall. And that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are, and see you all next time. Bye guys.